Hey guys, it's Greg Saunders with GJS Capital Ventures, and today I'm really excited. We have 13 non-performing land contracts here in Texas. Now that's pretty rare because the inventory in Texas, even more so than most states, is going to be low. We just have a very healthy economy right now, and on top of that, there's so much investor money that's out there. The guys with "We Buy Houses" signs and sending out postcards, that for the contracts to actually be in default is, again, a rarity. But so I wanted to go over just what we have available, and as always, if you have any questions, let me know. Now, about these, I am in negotiations with the seller, so I don't own them yet. That's why the list is going to be scrubbed a little bit more than normal. But I wanted to show you guys that we have a couple in Dallas and Fort Worth. Temple, if you're looking for something between Dallas and Austin. Nothing in Austin, but San Antonio and also Houston as well. So that's 5 in the major metropolitan areas, and the other of the 13 are going to be in more rural spots. Now, what's interesting about this portfolio is that we're needing to buy 25 notes total in the portfolio. So we're going to be teaming up with some other investors to be able to get all of these, and especially at a great discount. So by taking a look at the notes, here's the cities. So as I mentioned, like Gun Barrel City is a small little touristy town outside of Dallas. We have our Fort Worth, our San Antonio, let's see, Houston, and here's our UPB, or current principal balance. Now the sum of it is about $554,000 and change. I talked with the broker on this, and they're saying we got to get it for 55 cents on the dollar because these are land contracts. Now the big difference is with your standard non-performing institutional note, that you have to go through the foreclosure process, and that takes a little bit more time. Because these are land contracts, think of them as a lease option, or really as the bank or the owner of the property, we would be able to evict whoever is in the house because they don't technically own the property yet. So because we don't have to go through the court systems, there's a little bit of a premium associated with it. What I want to kind of go over is the San Antonio property. So here across the board, we can see it's 53,000 is the unpaid balance. Your taxes and insurance are about 150 bucks, but the payment in interest is 475. So those numbers are pretty solid. Now the status on this is it's more than 90 days behind. So again, going through the eviction process should be pretty straightforward. It's in collections, but this is the one thing that we want to pay attention to, is that there hasn't really been any formal warnings that, well, the note's going to be sold off and they could possibly be evicted from the property. So there is going to be a bit of a time frame with going through with the proper channels of an eviction. Now, when we look at the notes or the rates of it, I really like this because with these seller finance deals, this isn't going to be your institutional pricing. These are more high-risk clientele, so the interest rates are going to reflect that. I mean, these notes already, if we got them non-performing, are at 7%, 8, 9, most of them at 10%. So if we're able to get those at 55 cents on the dollar and they're already at 10%, that's some really good cash flow on these properties if we get them reperforming. Now, I will say with the current UPBs and values on the properties, they're a little bit on the lower side, so your sub $100,000 properties, and that means that they're going to be riskier. There's not going to be as much meat on the bone per deal, but on this portfolio, we're looking at, what is that, $250,000 as potential profit on this if we get these reperforming again. Let's see, besides that, I mean, most of these they've been working for a bit. I mean, let's just see what the average on these is. So you're looking at 216 months on average for the remaining term on them. And all in all, I just think that it's a really attractive portfolio. Again, if you're going by that 50 cents on the dollar as your absolute maximum, this isn't going to fit. But if you're looking for something where you don't have to evict, where these people have already put in a substantial sum of money, because with seller financing, most people are asking 10 to 20% down. These are going to be motivated. These are going to be motivated sellers, and they're going to want to stay in the property. So again, let me know if you guys have any questions. As always, you can reach me, greg@gjscv.com, or give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you soon.